Hey guys, welcome to the brand new 2024 HD version or edition I should say, of my Nintendo DS collection. Not a huge collection of Nintendo DS games. I got a decent amount. For whatever reason, I never really, I got into Nintendo DS, but I didn't really get a whole lot into it. But now that I'm older, I've been thinking about getting more Nintendo DS games for sure. So here's what I have. I guess I'll show the carts first and then I'll show the boxed games. The first game we have here is Guitar Hero on Tour. This came with the, it was like the strap on for the Nintendo DS for you to play with the notes. A good game. I got it at the time because I was a huge Guitar Hero fan. I still am, but I haven't played it in a while, but I still like the series. This is really good. It's got a pretty good amount of songs. Some songs that wouldn't even be on the console versions of the Guitar Hero games. So, yeah. And now, while we're on that subject, yeah, I'll show it in a second. Here's the other game. Hi Puffy, Amiyumi, the Genie and the Amp. This is a good game. I really like this one. It's a good side scroller, you know. It's sort of like an expanded version of Casnapped in some ways. But I really like this one. One thing to note is that when this game came out, it actually came out the same day the last episode of Hi Puffy Amiyumi aired here in the US. So I thought that was interesting. That was June 27th, 2006, and the last episode that aired in the US was June 27th, 2006. So yeah, and it hasn't aired on TV in America since, so. Well, maybe a couple reruns shortly after that, but not much. Yeah, great game. Now we get into the boxed games. We have Guitar Hero on Tour Decades, which has songs from the 2000s, 80s, 70s, and 90s. All new, share the music feature, which I never really used. I have all the Guitar Hero games on Nintendo DS. And this is a really good one. Here's the manual, and there's the game cart. And also, in here is Guitar Hero. I don't know if you can see that. Guitar Hero on Tour Modern Hits, which was just okay. A lot of independent bands in that one, but you know. I guess I'll show this one. Phineas and Ferb, the first video game based on the series, and it's a pretty decent one. A lot of puzzles in it. You'll be doing a lot of the same puzzles again and again and again of building stuff as you're going through platforms and stuff. But it's not a bad game. I think I bought it at Target back in the day. I think this was actually one of the first Nintendo DS games. But yeah, there's the cart. Although, in my opinion, this was a much better game. Phineas and Ferb Ride Again. I haven't really even played a Phineas and Ferb game since this game. I heard some of the other ones are pretty good, though. I know there was one on, like, the PS3, I believe. And also Nintendo DS. I need to pick those up. There's the game cart. It actually came with a poster. There's the manual. You see if I can fold out the poster. Has an advertisement for Phineas and Ferb Nintendo DSi, which I'm sure is extremely hard to find now. Another Phineas and Ferb merch. And there's the poster. I should put that on my wall. But yeah, Phineas and Ferb Bride again, basically most of the same as the first one, but a lot more added features. Best way to describe that. Nicktoons Attack of the Toybots, the only Nicktoons game I have on Nintendo DS. This was a lot of fun. You playing as all the Nicktoons, and you go through, you know, it's basically like a sort of a side-scroller. It's almost like more advanced than the GBA version. I always liked this game. I even liked it on the PS2. It's probably the best Nicktoons game in my opinion. And there's the cart. Definitely recommend that game. Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. Great game. This was my first exposure to The Complete Saga. And it was cool. They added a lot of stuff that wasn't in the original GBA games. That were really cool, and I spent a lot of time with the mini games too. Kicks of Breakthrough in 1 through 6. Of course, now the Skywalker Saga came out, and that pretty much made this whole game obsolete. But at the time, it was a good addition to the Lego Star Wars collection, especially when PS3 users got it. What's funny is that I wanted the PS2 version, but they never put it out on PS2, only PS3. So, yeah. Fantastic game. A lot of memories with that one. Big Brain Academy. This was actually the first Nintendo DS game I ever had. It's what it basically is, it's sort of like a stuff to test your knowledge, and it's sort of like more like a puzzle game, but you have to do it as fast as you can. So you have like all these puzzles and all these like things you have to do. It's pretty fun, but you'll get bored of it after an hour. I remember when it was advertised so much on TV, though. Subscribe to Nintendo Power. Another Nintendo Power ad. Here's the cart. But yeah, you can pick it up for $10. I'd say go for it. And the final game we have in my Nintendo DS collection is Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam. One of my favorite Tony Hawk games of all time on handheld. I pretty much 100% this game. It's a very good game. I spent so much time with it. I think this is actually probably the better version of it too. It actually has a story. Unlike the console version, which was just kind of like, hey, here's your skater. You're racing against people. And they usually last like a minute. Here they last like 3 minutes, depending on how much you do. If you could find this, I recommend this. This beats the console version so much. But yeah, there's the cart. There's the manual. Yeah, very good game. I forgot one game to include in my Nintendo DS games, and it's My Sims. I bought, this was actually technically my first Sims game. I pretty much did all you could, and that's really it. It's really fun though. You get to make your own characters, you make your own areas and do a bunch of stuff, and it's almost like this little perfect easy world. I mean, it's a little babyish, but it's still enjoyable. Also, I like this, how the punk rock chick and the cop are next to each other. That's a little unrealistic. Anyway, pretty good game. I've had this for a long time. The only thing this got for an E rating was simulated gambling. I guess there is some sort of like gambling in this game. But it's fun. You get to do a lot of stuff. If you don't want to have like some of the adult stuff that the early Sims games have, then I'd say pick this up for your kids or whatever. There's the manual and there's the cart. Yeah, just wanted to show that since I know I forgot to mention it in my main Nintendo DS video collection. So this is added in much later. So that's why you're seeing it late. And that is my Nintendo DS collection, 2024 edition. I know it's not much, but I intend to collect more Nintendo DS games for sure in the future, because I really want to get back into playing on Nintendo DS, and I think it's a really underrated system, or I should say system. I guess it is a handheld system, so yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next collection video where I show all my GameCube games, which we have a lot, so look forward to that. Okay, bye.